Greetings, YouTube. Cross-Train here from World of Tanks again, and once again I am bringing you a replay from my Walker Bulldog. Today I am going to be using the auto-loader and showing you some of the advantages of the auto-loader as compared to the single shot, which is my preference in this tank and in most tanks that have that option. Let me show you a little bit about the matchup. This is not a matchup that is really favorable to my team. We're 41% according to XVM, so certainly it slants in the favor of the other side. But you know, we're going to give it a go anyways. And you can see that this is the tier 8 match again for a Walker Bulldog. It's a pretty favorable matchup. There are 5 tier 8s, 6 tier 8s on the other side actually, and 5 on our side, which is probably one of the reasons why XVM looks like it does. But let's go ahead and get it started and see where this takes us. Getting right off the start today, I am going to take up a position, which I rarely do. Occasionally with mediums, I will take up a position in the city, but I determined right at the beginning for a couple of reasons. One, I got a 30-second load of the clip, and I wanted to get some eyes in the city, and see what we could do to help the team out from over here. Hopefully the skipping in this replay will get better, but we'll see. So I'm going to take up a position where I hope not to get spotted, but I can watch tanks that come through. On your mini map there's this little loop of a road right here, and tanks have to basically go right past where my gun is facing in order to get up that. So all my hope is that I'm going to be able to spot some tanks going into there, maybe get a shot into their sides as well. You can see that I do have some tanks following me into the city. Oh, and it'd be nasty to get hit by him, so I get one shot in and then I pull back. I do not want to get hit by that gun in that SU-152. I do know that there's no arty, so I know that that's probably not going to be a problem. At this point, our T-20 has got this SU-152 turned around. So I get one more shot in his butt. This Tiger is going up that side road. One of my 2 shots is able to connect in him. There is a Type 59 that got up there unseen by me, but then he was spotted by our T-150. So that Type 59 has me a little concerned. Unless I can get him in the sides, he'll be a tough one to get. So, however, somebody's hitting him pretty good because that T-150 is nearly dead already. Meanwhile, this Tiger's playing peekaboo down here. I put one into him, try for a second, but misses. He pulls back. So, again, I've used 6 of my 10 shots. It's a 10-shot clip, which is just glorious. Love that 10-shotter. So nice. It's just a 30-second reload, so I did not do that. He just happened to explode when I shot the building out, but I was hoping maybe I had a shell that could zip through there and get him as well. Looks like the Type 59, by the way, is gone. So I have just begun a reload of my clip, and my hope is to go out and help on this SU-152 and the Tiger as well. So what I don't want to do is I'm trying to, I see that the SU-152 fires, so I'm going to move on him, and he's not paying any attention to me. He's paying attention to our T-20 in front of him. So I'm going to take advantage of that and just get around. And see what we can do to finish him off, which we do. So the city is now cleared of enemies. There are, again, we've got quite a few tanks that have come to the city. We've got some heavies, and that T-20 has done a nice job. So now I'm going to see what I can do to maybe steal some shots up in here. This 36-01 is plenty of little peekaboo right there. But right now it's a pretty close game. You can see that they have broken through on our south flank where our heavies should have been, but they're all in the city with me basically. Not all of them, but a bunch of them are in the city here. So that dock is, I knocked the house over, but that dock just stayed there. That's kind of interesting. Again, I don't play in the city very much, so this is mostly new territory for me here. But I did reclip as I was driving, and again, one of the nice things, that 30-second clip speed is pretty fast, is pretty decent. Again, for 10 shots that you can put out with about 150 alpha for each, let's see, the average shell is 150. So that's pretty decent. You can put out 1,500 damage if you connect on all these shots. I apologize, folks, for the stuttering in the video here, and I don't know what that is all about. But I do see that the Tiger II has fired, so I'm going to try to zip past me before he can reload and deal with this IS-2. I don't think he's seen me come, so I'm hoping to catch him by surprise. And I do run right across his gun, but he misses. So, and I didn't pen the first one, but the next two are going to do the trick and take care of that IS-2. And now my eyes are set on this Tiger II. For some reason, the enemy team has not taken advantage and gone back to cap. But what I do is I come across a Tiger II that absolutely pays no attention to me for my first four. Let's see, here's the fourth, and then fifth, and now he starts to look at me. So I get one more shot off. He misses, puts one in the dirt. I only have one shot left, so not enough to kill him. But so let me just pause it just for a second here. Okay, that IS-6 is sitting down around the corner. Now would be a perfect time for him to come up and put one in the lower plate of that Tiger II, but he doesn't do it. And what I determine now, they've got two people on cap, as you can see, and my bar across the top, and I am clipping. So I decide that I'm going to hope like heck I can get across this opening between here and that rock before the Tiger II reloads and can shoot me, because I'm giving him my full flank, which is maybe not the smartest move. But again, I'm worried about that the cap, so I want to get back there and see what I can do. So let's see what happens here. So I'm looking. Please get through, and I almost make it, and I get hit, and then I get the big surprise. Bam! The T-34 had moved from the last time I saw him on the mini-map. He was back in here, okay, and he moved up here, and as soon as I came around that rock, he put a big hit into me too. So between those two shots I took, I just lost, heck, 700 hit points of damage. But I want to get back to cap, because I'm not sure anybody else is going to get back there to get the cap. So, and there's a glitch on my screen. It says base captured by enemy, but it's not actually captured. It is actually just at 80%. But I come up here and I see the WZ. He is not going to see me until after I fire. So I'm going to get one, get two, just about to get the kill shot. Bam, and he fires and takes care of me. So that's all there is to it. But just like that, it is just about over at this point. And as we did have some heavies that responded back, and now it is over. So again, this was I only picked up 2 kills here, but as you can see, I did almost 2,600 damage for a 7,000 plus win 8 game. I think it actually was a 10,000 win 8 game when all was said and done, when it took into account the kills, because that is the win 8 estimator just off your damage. But when you take into account the spots and the assisted damage and all that kind of stuff, I think it was a 10,000 win 8 game, which is a pretty good game. This is probably my best game from a damage perspective, certainly. And again, I think it highlights one of the advantages of the autoloader gun, which is it pumps out shots every 2 seconds. See, I was able to pump 5 shots into that Tiger 2 before he had a chance to turn around. I turned and he missed his shot, so I got my last shot into him. So those 6 shots took him for a little over 1,000 damage, and that's a good output for this little tank against the Tiger 2. I'll take that any day. So that is one of the advantages of the autoloader, is you've got about a 1 second or quicker reload between rounds. Of course, the disadvantage, then you have 30 seconds. But if you take that 30 seconds to reposition across the field to another location, then it's not really a disadvantage. So, which is what I try to do, is every time I was reloading, I was transitioning from one place to another so I could work the next piece of the field. Let's take a look real quickly at the post-game stats. And so you can see that I had a pretty decent game. Only spotted 1 tank. I did damage 4 additional tanks in beyond the one that I the 2 that I killed. I did get let's see, I'm trying to figure out how much damage I did. It was just over 1,000 to this Tiger. I remember that. As you can see, if we sort this by damage, then my 2594 was second only to our Tiger. That's Tiger 2, I believe. And then from a XP perspective, 1,073 base XP, which is pretty good. But again, you can see it's only a second class, so people are really rocking with this tank. This is a kind of a pedestrian game compared to some of what people are doing. But you can see I fired 26 shots, connected on 22 of them, 19 of them were pens, 2,600 damage basically. I received 3 hits, all 3 penned, of course. I damaged 6 and destroyed 2 vehicles. I only had 8. What the heck is that? 8 due to spotting damage, and traveled just a little over 3 kilometers during the course of this match. So again, it was a good match. I enjoyed this match just because the damage output was so high, which I really enjoy in these light tanks, and it really, to me, accentuates in the strength of the light tanks is their flexibility and their ability to really pick on other tanks that are looking at someone else. Almost every single tank that I encountered there was not paying any attention to me. I was just going in and kind of being a pest on their side. That Tiger 2 was facing off against that IS-6, and here I come in and just pepper him in a bunch of shots on the side. The ISU 152 was not paying attention to me. He was paying attention to that T20, and I came through and pestered him up. The Tiger 2 really wasn't paying any attention to me. He was trying to deal with the T150 that was in front of me, and I was able to get a few score shots into him. The only one that I faced straight up basically was that WZ 132. Got 2 shots into him before he spotted me, and really made a nice shot on me up on the hill, because I didn't have a whole lot of my tank showing, and he put a quick snapshot into me to take me off the field. So that was nice. But that was the only one. The rest of the tanks, I was just a little pest. I was a mosquito that kept buzzing their ear and stinging them once in a while. So love that about this tank. It is one of the great benefits of many light tanks, I suppose, but this tank does it as well as any that I've played in the game. So hope you enjoyed that. If you did, like the video. Love to have you like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So until next time, this is Crosstrain from World of Tanks. Hope to see you on the field. Until next time, peace.